Hello, we're our Lives channel. Today we're diving deep into the most thrilling casting developments and explosive comebacks that are about to shake Salem to its very foundation. And trust us when we say that the drama is about to reach unprecedented levels. The long-awaited baby Tesoro casting breakthrough. After months of speculation and anticipation from devoted Days of Our Lives fans, the production team has finally made a monumental decision regarding one of Salem's most talked-about infants. Baby Tesoro, who has been at the center of emotional custody battles and heart-wrenching storylines, will now be portrayed by not one but two talented young performers, Joseph Eilenf and Jordan Purdue. The dual casting approach, which is standard practice in the soap opera industry for infant roles due to strict child labor regulations and filming requirements, ensures that viewers will consistently see this precious little one on screen without interruption. Mark your calendars for October 10th, because that's when audiences will finally get their first real glimpse of baby Tesoro in all his adorable glory. The significance of this casting cannot be overstated, especially considering the intricate web of storylines that have been building around this innocent child. For weeks, fans have watched as Leo Stark and Javi Hernandez awkwardly addressed an off-screen presence tucked away in a stroller, their parenting skills tested by an invisible bundle of joy that viewers could only imagine. That frustrating dynamic is about to change dramatically, and the recent weekly promotional material released by the Days of Our Lives production team confirms this exciting shift. Sharp-eyed viewers who caught the latest promo immediately noticed something different. Leo Stark, brilliantly portrayed by the talented Greg Ricart, and his partner Javi Hernandez, brought to life by Al Calderon, were actually shown holding, cradling, and interacting with a real, tangible baby rather than simply talking to an empty stroller. This visual transformation promises to bring an entirely new dimension of authenticity and emotional depth to their foster parenting storyline. Jeremy Horton's controversial return to Salem. The Horton family legacy continues to evolve as one of its most controversial members makes a shocking return to Salem after nearly 2 decades away from the canvas. Michael Rourke, a familiar face to daytime television enthusiasts from his memorable stint on The Young and The Restless, where he captivated audiences as Travis Crawford, has officially joined the Days of Our Lives cast in the pivotal role of Jeremy Horton. This casting confirmation comes after months of intense speculation from online soap communities and entertainment news outlets, who correctly predicted that Rourke would be stepping into these complicated shoes. The actor made his debut appearance on October 3rd, and his arrival has already sent shockwaves through the fictional town of Salem. For longtime fans who remember Jeremy's original run back in 2007, when the character was portrayed by Hallmark movie star Trevor Donovan, this return is particularly loaded with emotional baggage and unresolved conflicts. Jeremy Horton, the troubled son of beloved character Mike Horton and Robin Jacobs, first crashed into Salem with a dangerous combination of superficial charm, manipulative tendencies, and deeply problematic behavior patterns that left destruction in his wake. His previous storylines involved illegal counterfeit operations, shady underground business dealings that put innocent people at risk, and perhaps most disturbingly, an emotionally abusive and toxic relationship with Stephanie Johnson that scarred her deeply. The character definitely didn't exit Salem with any semblance of a heroic farewell, leaving behind broken hearts and shattered trust. Julie Williams, the wise matriarch of the Horton family portrayed by the legendary Susan Seaforth Hayes, is absolutely thrilled and overjoyed to see her family member Jeremy return to Salem after all these years apart. However, not everyone shares her enthusiasm or willingness to welcome him back with open arms. When Jeremy shows up unexpectedly at Stephanie Johnson's doorstep clutching a beautiful bouquet of flowers, clearly attempting to make some sort of romantic gesture or peace offering, Stephanie's reaction is far from warm or receptive. Abigail Klein, who brings Stephanie to life with nuanced emotional performances, will showcase her character's deep-seated wariness and understandable reluctance to trust this man who once caused her so much pain. Despite Jeremy's earnest efforts to convince everyone that he's genuinely changed, that he's matured and learned from his past mistakes, Stephanie remains skeptical and guarded throughout the coming weeks. The question on everyone's mind is whether Jeremy truly has reformed his troubling ways, or if he's simply returned to Salem to stir up more chaos and heartbreak. The Devereaux power couple returns. In equally exciting news that has the Days of Our Lives fan community buzzing with anticipation, the beloved super couple Jack Devereaux and Jennifer Horton Devereaux are making their triumphant joint return to Salem on October 9th. Matthew Ashford, who has breathed life into the complex character of Jack Devereaux on and off since 1987, and Melissa Reeves, the actress who has made Jennifer an iconic figure in soap opera history, are reprising their roles together after an extended absence from the show. Their previous departure from Salem was far from voluntary. The couple was essentially forced out of town after being blackmailed by Xander and Gwen, who used dirty tactics to separate Jack from his beloved newspaper, The Spectator. The circumstances of their exit left many storylines unresolved and fans yearning for their return. Their comeback couldn't come at a more critical time, as they're walking straight into explosive family drama that will test their parenting skills and moral compasses. Jack and Jennifer will find themselves at the center of shocking scenes unfolding at the historic Horton house. Scenes that involve a stunning revelation from young Thomas DiMera, portrayed by the talented Carrie Christopher. Thomas, who has been quietly observing the adults around him with a child's keen eye for truth, is on the verge of exposing his father Chad DiMera's controversial romantic involvement with the mysterious Cat Green. Billy Flynn's Chad has been developing complicated feelings for Cat Green, brought to life by Annalyn McCord in a performance filled with layers of intrigue and hidden motives. When Thomas decides to call out his father for this questionable relationship choice, Jack and Jennifer will undoubtedly have strong, possibly conflicting opinions about the situation. The week of October 6th to 10th promises to be particularly eventful for the DiMera children, as both Thomas and his sister Charlotte DiMera, portrayed by Autumn Gendron, will be prominently featured in pivotal on-screen scenes. Their perspectives as children navigating their father's complicated love life will add emotional weight to the unfolding drama. Additionally, Felicity Green, Kat's daughter played by the young Kennedy Garcia, will also appear in significant new scenes alongside her mother, potentially revealing more about Kat's true intentions and the secrets she's been hiding. The family dynamics between all these characters promise to create a powder keg of emotional confrontations and shocking revelations. Additional Salem surprises. The casting news doesn't stop there, as Days of Our Lives continues to bring back familiar faces and beloved characters throughout this action-packed period. Theo Penglis, the distinguished actor who has made Tony DiMera an unforgettable presence in Salem for decades, is reprising his iconic role on October 8th. Tony's return adds another layer to the already complicated DiMera family dynamics, and promises to intersect with the ongoing storylines in unexpected ways. His perspective on family matters, particularly those involving Chad and his children, will likely prove invaluable as tensions escalate. The production team has carefully orchestrated these returns and debuts to create maximum dramatic impact, weaving together multiple storyline threads that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Days of Our Lives spoilers strongly suggest that baby Tesoro will become integral to thrilling drama that erupts in Salem, with his custody situation and the identity of his biological parents continuing to generate intense speculation and emotional turmoil. The mysteries surrounding this precious child, including questions about his heritage and rightful guardianship, will drive major plot developments in the weeks ahead. As these compelling stories unfold simultaneously, Salem residents will find themselves caught in overlapping crises that test loyalties, challenge relationships, and force difficult decisions. The return of legacy characters like Jack, Jennifer, and Jeremy brings with it decades of history, unresolved conflicts, and opportunities for both redemption and revenge. Meanwhile, newer characters like Cat Green continue to prove that Salem always has room for fresh intrigue and mysterious newcomers with hidden agendas. The combination of veteran performers and rising talent creates a dynamic ensemble that keeps Days of Our Lives fresh while honoring its rich history. The coming weeks promise shocking plot twists, emotional confrontations, surprising alliances, and the kind of addictive drama that has kept Days of Our Lives on the air and captivating audiences for 6 decades. Whether it's Leo and Javi navigating the challenges of foster parenthood with actual baby Tesoro now visible on screen, Stephanie deciding whether to give Jeremy a second chance despite their painful history, or Jack and Jennifer confronting Chad about his questionable romantic choices, There's something compelling for every type of soap opera fan to sink their teeth into. 2. Days of Our Lives Spoilers Weekly Video Preview October 6th to 10th, 2025. A week of corporate wars, shocking returns, heartbreak, and family secrets. As the leaves begin to change and Salem settles into the fall season, the drama on Days of Our Lives is anything but calm. The upcoming week of October 6th to 10th promises corporate battles, painful confrontations from the past, heartbreaking romantic disappointments, and shocking family secrets that threaten to turn households upside down. This week's preview teases the kind of sweeping soap opera drama that longtime fans love, filled with passion, betrayal, and moments that will be remembered long after the credits roll. From the powerful boardrooms of Titan and DiMera Enterprises to the heartache unfolding at the Brady pub, Salem's residents are about to face choices that will change everything. Corporate war, shocking returns, unwelcome guests, an explosive baby bombshell, and even a mischievous child's innocent mistake all play a role in shaping the week ahead. Let's take a closer look at the stories making headlines. A corporate war that could tear families apart. The center of Salem's storm once again rests in the boardroom. Power and legacy remain central themes as the DiMera and Kyriakis empires clash. In one corner, Tony DiMera, Theo Penglis, makes a bold proclamation that electrifies the meeting room. DiMera will be returned to my family. His words are not only a demand but a declaration of ownership, reminding everyone in Salem that the DiMeras are never far from reclaiming their power. Sitting across from him are Xander Kyriakis, Paul Telfer, Philip Kyriakis, Jean-Paul Lavoisier, and the always formidable Maggie Horton Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers. This unlikely trio of allies have fought tooth and nail to protect Titan. Xander surprises everyone with an unusual reaction. Rather than exploding with his trademark temper, he smirks and responds almost casually, "It's all yours." But his concession comes with sharp edges. Xander quickly adds, "But Titan stays with us." The line is drawn in the sand, and there is no mistaking the venom in his voice. Titan is his, and he has no intention of letting it slip into DiMera hands, no matter what compromises are offered. Will Tony agree to such terms? Or will this declaration reignite the rivalry between two of Salem's most powerful families? Fans know that in Salem, no deal is ever straightforward. And in boardrooms like these, words are often just the first volley in a much larger war. An unwelcome guest, Jeremy returns. While corporate battles play out in public, a much more personal war unfolds quietly on the doorstep of Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein. Stephanie's life is turned upside down when she is confronted with the one man she hoped never to see again. Her abusive ex, Jeremy Horton, Michael Rourke. The moment is tense and chilling. Jeremy, trying to sound repentant, says, "I was in a bad place. That's not who I am anymore." His attempt at explanation falls flat, given the scars, emotional and otherwise, that Stephanie carries from their past. Her first words, sharp and cold, are the only response she can manage. "What are you doing here?" The chilling return of Jeremy raises difficult questions. Has he truly changed? Or is this yet another attempt to manipulate and control? Salem has seen countless apologies over the years, but rarely do such promises end in true redemption. For Stephanie, the risk of letting him back into her life is more than she can bear. This confrontation is set to stir up old wounds, not only for Stephanie but also for her family and friends who once protected her from Jeremy's destructive influence. His presence in Salem is like reopening a wound that has never fully healed. Thomas lets the cat out of the bag. Elsewhere in Salem, a lighter, yet still explosive, drama unfolds in the Horton house. For Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, finding new love after the loss of his beloved Abigail has been complicated and controversial. His latest romance is with none other than Kat Green, Annalyn McCord, a woman already despised by much of Salem's older generation. The truth of Chad's new relationship was bound to come out eventually, but it's young Thomas DiMera, Carrie Christopher, who delivers the revelation in the most awkward way possible. In a moment of innocent honesty, Thomas announces to his grandmother Jennifer, Melissa Reeves, great-uncle Jack, Matthew Ashford, and great-aunt Julie, Susan Seaforth Hayes, Dad's dating Cat Green. The fallout is instant. Gasps, sharp words, and disapproving stares fill the room. This is not the way Chad wanted his family to learn about Cat. But as Salem fans know, children have a way of speaking the truth at the most inconvenient of times. Will Jennifer, Jack, and Julie ever accept Cat into the family? Or will this revelation create yet another fracture in an already fragile household? Heartbreak at the Brady pub. While corporate wars and family feuds rage, Salem's younger generation faces heartbreak of its own. Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, full of hope for her romance with Tate Black, Leo Howard, finds her world shattering when she witnesses something she never expected. From her place outside the Brady pub, Holly spies Tate sharing a tender, intimate moment with Sophia, Rachel Boyd. To Holly, the scene is unmistakable, a betrayal of her heart. Overwhelmed with grief, she whispers to herself, "Everything's ruined." Her sobs carry the weight of first love breaking apart, a pain that feels insurmountable in youth. Her despair deepens as she convinces herself there's no future in Salem for her now. "You never want to come back to Salem," she mutters, already imagining her life away from the people and places she thought she could depend on. For viewers, it is a poignant reminder of how heartbreak often feels like the end of the world, especially when you're young. A baby bombshell. Adding fuel to Salem's already raging fires is Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, who stumbles upon a truth so shocking it could upend everything Sophia has carefully crafted. Sophia's mysterious pregnancy, long a subject of whispers and speculation, is revealed for what it truly is, a bombshell that promises fallout across Salem. While the details of Sarah's discovery are still unfolding, one thing is certain. The truth about Sophia's baby will change lives. Whose child is it really? What secrets has she been keeping? And how will Tate, Holly, and the rest of Salem react when the facts come to light? The week ahead. This week on Days of Our Lives, the stakes are higher than ever. Corporate empires hang in the balance. Personal safety is threatened by ghosts from the past. And family loyalty is tested when secrets refuse to stay hidden. From Tony's fierce determination to restore DiMera power, to Stephanie's painful confrontation with Jeremy, to the heartache of Holly and Tate, Salem is a town where no one's life remains untouched by drama. Viewers can expect tears, gasps, and moments of triumph, all wrapped up in the unforgettable storytelling that has kept fans glued to their screens for decades. Salem may be fictional, but its lessons about power, love, forgiveness, and betrayal are as real as ever. So buckle up for the week of October 6th to 10th, 2025. Because in Salem, no secret stays buried, no romance goes untested, and no empire stands unchallenged for long.